everybody, welcome back to Hacking the Headlines. I hope you all are doing well out there. I wanted to cover this joke of a music video that was just released by Beyonce and Jay-Z. The song is called Ape Blank. I mean, I can't even say it, but I'm sure you get the picture. And it shouldn't be any surprise to anybody that this whole music video is highly blasphemous and satanic to its core, which is always the case with these two. So let's just get right into it here. The first scene shows somebody who is kneeling down with a pair of angel wings on their back, and this is a favorite symbol used by Satanists. It's to represent the fallen angels who are here on earth, or the 33% of the angels who chose Lucifer over God. So that's why you're always seeing that. But then the next scene shows Jay-Z and Beyonce standing in front of the Mona Lisa painting, which is very significant. But this whole music video was filmed at the Louvre in Paris, France of all places, which is one of the most highly secured and prestigious museums in the whole world. It has some of the most expensive pieces of art ever created, but yet somehow Beyonce and Jay-Z got full access to film some crappy music video there. So I mean, that alone should tell you something. And the Louvre is very symbolic in itself because it's a giant pyramid. I mean, that's what the museum is shaped like. So as you can see here, Jay-Z standing right in front of it. And this all ties into the Da Vinci Code, because the Da Vinci Code is one of the first things that brought the Illuminati into the public consciousness in a really big way. And if you read the book, then you know it's all about how Leonardo da Vinci put a whole bunch of secret messages and signs and symbols into his paintings to show his allegiance to the Brotherhood or the Illuminati or whatever you want to call it. So it's no surprise that's where they chose to film this music video. And as you can see here, it was Da Vinci who included the use of sacred geometry into his paintings, like the Mona Lisa. And sacred geometry ties into Jewish mysticism like the Kabbalah and the Talmud and all of that. And there's a very famous picture here of Tom Hanks in front of the Louvre for the Da Vinci Code, the movie. So yeah, it all ties in together. But then there's a scene with them on a staircase, and Jay-Z and Beyonce are at the top of the staircase, and behind them is another angel without a head, without any arms, so very demonic. But they're standing at the top of the staircase, and I've talked about this many times before, how significant the staircase is to the Masons and these secret societies, because it represents the different steps a person takes to become initiated into Luciferianism, and at the very top is when you get the knowledge of Lucifer. So as you can see, Jay-Z and Beyonce are at the top of this staircase, and this of course represents that they have made it to the top of the staircase in Masonry, that they've made it to the knowledge of Lucifer, they've made it to the knowledge of the all-seeing eye, they've taken the last steps of initiation to accept Lucifer as their God. So yeah, that's why that's there. But then we see a whole bunch of people on the staircase beneath them who are taking the steps to initiation, becoming demonically possessed. I mean, the way they move is very demonic. But yeah, then it goes on to show a whole bunch of Egyptian worship, which is also something they show time and time again because of all the mysticism and magical teachings that went on there from Babylon. But yeah, here we have Beyonce dressed as an Egyptian goddess, and then it shows them standing in front of the Sphinx, and they're slowly becoming illuminated by the light. And again, this is to represent the light of Lucifer, or the illumination they believe they get when they accept Lucifer as their God. That's why they call themselves the Illuminati, because they believe they're illuminated by the light bearer, as they call him, Lucifer. And then there was this, they just showed a quick flash of a painting with a bunch of spears on it. The tip of the spear, I've talked about this before, just in case anybody out there is interested in that. I thought that was worth noting. And then it shows two back-to-back images of horses or horsemen. One is a pale horse in a painting, and then the next one is just some random guy standing on a horse, a dark horse. And this represents, of course, the four horsemen of the apocalypse, or the seven seals during the end times. And then they show a picture of the statue of Hermes, the magician, who is kneeling or taking a knee. And then it cuts to a group of men who are doing the same thing, kneeling, obviously a reference to the controversy that happened in the NFL, and Jay-Z is even rapping about the NFL at this point of the music video, and it just so happens to be that Hermes, the magician, is known as the ultimate liar and thief, and he's known for always having a hidden agenda. So they're pretty much telling you to your face that the whole take a knee controversy that went down was nothing more than a hidden agenda. It was a way to race bait us, it was a way to divide us, it was a way to distract us from the real problem, and this is how they tell you right to your face. So Hermes the magician, the liar, the thief, the one who always has a hidden agenda, and then it shows the same thing with these men taking a knee. Okay, oh, and it just so happens to be that in the Louvre Museum where Hermes stands, he just so happens to be on the checkerboard floor. And how many times have I talked about this? The checkerboard floor that is in every single Masonic temple that represents as above, so below, the esoteric belief that your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds, that you have to be a little bit of good, you have to be a little bit of evil, and it all balances out. So no surprise that Hermes the magician is standing on top of the checkerboard floor. But yeah, then it goes on to show a painting of a dead Jesus, which is obviously disgusting and blasphemous, and very Catholic of them, I might add. And then the last scene of the music video is them turning around and standing and staring at the Mona Lisa. So again, with the connections to the Da Vinci Code and the secret signs and symbols that Leonardo da Vinci included in all of his paintings, and the sacred geometry and the Jewish mysticism, it all ties in together. But I know I'll probably have some people come to the video and say, oh, they're not satanic, they're not in the Illuminati, or they're Christians, they believe in Jesus. I mean, you couldn't be more ridiculous or ignorant. Not only do they constantly throw up the satanic hand signs like the 666 and the devil horns and the all-seeing eye and the pyramid, but you know, they also have songs like this, or with lyrics like this one from Beyonce, from her song called Denial. She said, I saw the devil, I grew thick and skin on my feet, I bathed in bleach and plugged my menses with the pages from the holy book. So in other words, she used the Bible as a tampon. Okay, so she is not a Christian. She is obviously satanic. Just from these lyrics alone is enough to say she is satanic. But not only that, Jay-Z, her husband, has a song called Lucifer on his album called the Black Album. I mean, how much more obvious do these people need to be? But you know, we also have this very well-known picture of Jay-Z wearing a do what thou wilt hoodie, okay, with a very famous quote from Aleister Crowley, do what thou wilt, do whatever you want. And that is the satanic mindset that we are all being indoctrinated into by these false idols, by these Illuminati puppets. That's why they're put up there. That's why, you know, they are given so much influence over the masses. That's why they're pushed down our throats all the time, because they're pushing this satanic agenda, the do what thou wilt agenda. I mean, not only that, but Jay-Z likes to be called Jehovah, like God. He thinks he's some kind of God. Same with his friend Kanye West, calling himself Jesus Christ. I mean, how much more obvious and blasphemous do these people have to be before the masses out there get it? I mean, I just don't know what else it's going to take. These people are telling you to your face who they worship, that they are Luciferian, that they think they're gods, okay, and that they reject the God of the Bible, that they use the Bible for a tampon. For goodness sake. I mean, how much more obvious can it get? You know, if you don't get it by now, I just don't think you ever will, because they're telling you right to your face. I mean, just take a look at the name of the album that this 8 song comes off of. It's called Everything is Love. And I've talked about this so many times. Other people have talked about it. You know, the Antichrist is coming in the name of love, peace, and safety. And that's why these false idols are being pushed out there right now. They are all pushing the Antichrist agenda. Okay, and they're doing this because the Antichrist is getting ready to make his appearance. But first, they need to establish this one world religion, which is going to be brought in under the disguise of love. Love everybody. Love is love. It doesn't matter if you want to be a sodomite or a homosexual or a Baphomet transgender goat. Do what thou wilt. Do whatever you want. It's all love, and anybody who says otherwise is a bigot and is hateful. So we got to get rid of these hateful Christians who are trying to destroy our loving ways. Like, it's a very sly and clever way to push a very evil agenda. Everything is love. And you'll hear this everywhere, not just from Beyonce and Jay-Z, but it's all about coming together as one, coexisting. You know, my way is just as good as your way. There is no such thing as absolute truth. You know, we all have our own truths, and that's okay. Coexist. All the religions are equal, whether it's Satanism or Christianity or Hinduism. Everything is love. Okay, this is getting people ready for the Antichrist. This is getting people ready for the one world religion. And most of the people out there are going to accept it happily without any question, because they've been so fully indoctrinated by these false idols, by the mainstream media, by everything we see in our world today. So that's what it's all about, and it's no surprise that this Ape blank song was nothing but satanic garbage through and through, like everything these people do. It was nothing but occultism and Satanism and hidden signs and symbols and their little secret messages. Just really lame, you know? I mean, really lame. It's like, why don't you try something new for a change, you know? But anyway, guys, just thought I'd cover that and get your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear what you think. And please make sure you are subscribed to the channel, as I will be making another video very soon. And please don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you all are doing well out there, and God bless everybody.